YouTube family, meet Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam. You know I'm a journalist, I dig my homeworks, and I know too much about him already, but let's talk about the things we don't know about him. A lot of you guys are comfortable for Shedeur to go to this failed organization. Now, this video might make a lot of you Shedeur fans not happy with Jimmy Haslam, but he had something slick to say about the situation. Now, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam gave Colorado Buffalo football legend Shedeur Sanders a cornerstone meeting. We're going to read the article, but let's watch a video right quick as to why we should never trust Jimmy or the front staff of the Cleveland Browns or the Cleveland Browns as an organization when it comes to Shedeur Sanders or any other quarterback to say that.
Browns will winner again. And if you walk out of here and only remember one thing, remember the Haslam family is 100% committed to making the Cleveland Browns a winner again.
We're going to do it in the right way, and we're going to build it in the right way, and we've got the core foundation. There were some good young players we need to add to it. Our fans deserve better, and what I want our fans to hear is nobody cares about winning and is going to work any harder to get us there than the people you're looking at right now, particularly the owner. I think the steps we have taken clarify how our organization is going to be set up and run, and as I've said several times today, set us up for success. The fact that this franchise is not performing any better, and certainly not like its great fans deserve, is my fault. We got the right guy for the Cleveland Browns. He is smart, he's tough, he's confident, he's competitive. He's been a head coach before. We haven't made good decisions along the way, so we'll accept the blame. Our record as owners is terrible, but we're not giving up. Has it been fun? No. Is it discouraging at times? Yes. But are we going to give up? No. We're more than ever determined to get this right. As owners, we take full responsibility for all those changes. I think at the same time, having been in Northeast Ohio and the city of Cleveland for these past 7 years, are more determined than ever to, for lack of a better terms, get this right.
Browns will winner again.
We're going to
Yup, YouTube family, there was more failure than that too. That video is only up to 2020, and that's the organization that Shedeur is going to. Let's start the show.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Think it's best I put my...
So Jimmy Haslam has been going viral for a post that was done up, and they talked about a meeting, a cornerstone meeting with Shedeur, that leading people to believe that this guy possibly could be in favor of Shedeur or against Shedeur. So what kind of meeting it was? Let's read the article and dig into things. Now, it says Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam either gave Colorado Buffalo's football legend Shedeur a courtesy meeting while getting intel on Travis Hunter, or gave the grown quarterback a chance to win him over and get handed the keys to the franchise. ESPN Daniel Ofosi reports that Haslam gave Shedeur and Hunter a normal meeting for potential cornerstones during CU's Pro Day, April 4th. Berry was also asked about the role of any ownership had in the selection. He shut down any notion that owner Jimmy Haslam, who in the past had gained a reputation of being heavily involved in decision forces for forced picks, basically. He was the guy who forced the organization to get Johnny Manziel. We seen Eric Mangini trying to compare Shedeur and Johnny. These Mayo people are weird. But I told you guys be leery of the Jimmy and Haslam family, that is, because we also heard reports how some of disparaging things they said about the Sanders family. All of a sudden in the 5th round, Eric Mangini already let the cat out the bag. I just uploaded a video about that where Jimmy forced the front office to get Shedeur. So the GM, the coaches, coordinators, everybody there, the presidents of the organization, nobody wanted Shedeur. Jimmy, for some reason, wanted Shedeur because they came in, that's right, knocking at his doors, and his so-called advisors let him know what type of investments you can make in Shedeur. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're having interest for him to be a starter. As you guys see, I've never trusted Jimmy because this guy has been a failure, to say the least. He says good things like an R&B singer.
I think more, not just the searches, but I think just the entire being around an NFL team and really around one, not showing up on Sundays like we did in Pittsburgh, but really being around one, is just the importance of getting the right people in the right place, having very clear expectation and understanding of everybody's roles, and then making sure they work extremely well together. I think those are where I could have done a lot of things better, obviously, but if I was being self-critical myself, I'd certainly put that at the top of the list. I think more.
You should be self-critical of yourself, sir, because you're a failure, Jimmy. They talk about everybody else and Deion Sanders, but failures like you are allowed to own and purchase an NFL team. You clearly don't know what the hell you're doing at that level in the NFL. We're just being very honest and through. The bitch nature in most guys like you is disgusting to look at, because I'm told the high IQ are so high, but the truth is you have to hire advisors around you to become on the level of a Jimmy, and you would think he'll use the same rules he applies outside of the NFL that made him become a billionaire to the NFL world, but he has yet to do that. He don't listen to advisors. I'll continue showing you more videos, but let's read the part 2 of the article. It says Haslam, who was seated behind Stefanski and looking onward. Hey, I don't care if I can't pronounce a Mayo last name. That's on you guys. Stefanski, and looking onward as the room response to selecting Sanders was captured by live cameras, was a frequent attendee to the pro day and visits with top prospects. He was also part of a large contingent of teams, coaches, executives, and ownerships who traveled to Colorado's pro day and had dinner with Sanders and Hunter ahead of their workout. The team said ownership meetings with players was normal for prospects viewed as potential cornerstones. And that's the thing. They're doing all this with Shedeur as if he was a top 3 pick. And all of a sudden, everybody is telling us, from Bomani Jones, Chris Carter, Jason Whitlock, the Stephen Fetchins, and the Mayos like Colin Cowherd, the liberal Nick Wright, and all these other people who want to act like, oh, I been knew Shedeur was going to be a fail. But that ain't what was told before the draft. But let's fast forward. Shedeur is dealing with an owner that's just full of crap, bro. This guy doesn't take advice. He has an outdated way of thinking. Now, what he's going to get called out years ago, January 3, 2016, when people didn't understand his tactics. He likes hiring the coach first before his GM. That doesn't even make sense. If you're in a business, you get the general manager first. Therefore, the general manager and the owner can look for a coach, not only for the team, but one that can go hand in hand with the organization with said GM. But that's not what he does, and wonders why the Browns keep failing. Pay attention to this receipt here from 2016 of January, when he got exposed for being a hard thinker and not a rational thinker.
If I misinterpreted your sequence for this, I apologize, but you're going to hire the coach first and then the GM, and you identify the GM as being the man whose primary job will be talent acquisition. There's a school of thought that says, coaching is part of the talent acquisition part of the business. Why not hire the GM first and then have him be in the loop with your search committee for the coach instead of the other way around?
Well, remember, Sashi Brown's job as Executive Vice President of Football Operations, he will have the ultimate say on the roster. So if you think about it, we just think this makes more sense to hire the head coach first and then second to hire the talent acquisition or the general manager.
Have other NFL teams used that model?
Yeah, that question came up earlier. I've looked and spent a lot of time over the last year looking at NFL teams and then other professional sports teams in terms of how they're organized. And you can look at New England, Green Bay, and Seattle, and they're all organized differently, and they've all been very successful. So I'll just reiterate what I say. I don't think structure is quite as important as right people in right place and everybody understanding their roles and working well together.
Jimmy, do you think this team is better going forward with or without Johnny Manziel?
If I misinterpreted your sequence for this, I apologize. But
now, that's the embarrassing part. He's proud of his stubbornness. He's proud of his ignorance. I mean, this is the owner for Shedeur, and you guys don't want me to believe he wouldn't release Shedeur at a whelms, because what's his motives in getting Shedeur? Is it really for money? Is it a chance to start him to be a cornerstone player, or is it something to mock Deion Sanders with? So I'm very leery of guys like Jimmy Haslam. Not only that, I've put on the banners multiple times. Like Article 3 said, potential cornerstone to 5th round pick. That's how drastic Shedeur narrative failed. Never forget that part, y'all. His fall from grace was really that bad. Now, the Browns were gathering secret intel on Dylan Gabriel at Oregon during the pre-draft process and giving Shedeur's 2-day for a round. Bro, I'm not about to read all this garbage, bro. I'm going to stick on to my talking points, and y'all let me know in the comments about this scrub owner, Jimmy Haslam. Let me know if I'm tweaking or not, and tell me your opinions on my synopsis of this, bro. Basically, I wanted to bring receipts more for you guys to show you he says a lot of good things, contradicts himself over and over. I'm going to leave you guys with that banner again and the trailer of failures by the Cleveland Browns and owner Jimmy Haslam for over 15 years now.
Browns will win again.
We're going to
And if you walk out of here and only remember one thing, remember the Haslam family is 100% committed to making the Cleveland Browns a winner again.
We're going to do it in the right way, and we're going to build it in the right way, and we've got the core foundation. There were some good young players we need to add to it. Our fans deserve better, and what I want our fans to hear is nobody cares about winning, is going to work any harder to get us there than the people you're looking at right now, particularly the owner. I think the steps we have taken clarify how our organization is going to be set up and run, and as I've said several times today, set us up for success. The fact that this franchise is not performing any better, and certainly not like its great fans deserve, is my fault. We got the right guy for the Cleveland Browns. He is smart, he's tough, he's confident, he's competitive. He's been a head coach before. We haven't made good decisions along the way, so we'll accept the blame. Our record as owners is terrible, but we're not giving up. Has it been fun? No. Is it discouraging at times? Yes. But are we going to give up? No. We're more than ever determined to get this right. As owners, we take full responsibility for all those changes. I think at the same time, having been in Northeast Ohio and the city of Cleveland for these past 7 years, are more determined than ever to, for lack of a better terms, get this right.
Browns will win again.
We're going to